You right there, ladies and gents, how is it going? I'm out on the Tuareg, baby. Oh yes, wibbly wobbling around on the squishy slimy stuff. I am still trying to find the route that we're going to do for our Aprilia Tuareg group ride. I've got the Surrey bit sorted, or at least the normal bit that I always trail ride. That bit's all sorted on the route, but the ride out I did with Fish the other day didn't quite go according to plan. Some of the trails weren't trails. Thankfully we didn't end up messing anything up or going the wrong way, like actually proper off-piste or anything. But yeah, I thought I'd come out again today. It's a bit wild and woody, and check out some of the other lanes that I've got on my to-do list for that ride. Yeah, other than that, it's just nice to get out and have a blowy day on the bike, you know, a big old blowy day. It's blowing quite a lot of wind.
Keep that bike rubber side down.
Hello, pheasant. Silly pheasant. But yeah, we did this lane last time. It wasn't a problem. Kind of, this is where I've rejoined the route, but it's a new route, if that makes sense. So I haven't today done all the other stuff. I'll just come straight out to here. Oh, slimy. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be a stock tyre day. Definitely not going to be a stock tyre day. But it should be a good one on the old Tuareg. Should be a good one. I know one of the lanes we're doing, or I'm hoping to do, is called Gibbets Hill. I don't know if this is it. Gibbets Hill used to be really difficult. One of the hardest lanes, I think, technically in our part of the world, but it was massively graded. I've not done it since then though, but this has got quite a gunnel in it. I'm wondering if maybe this is Gibbets Hill. I don't know. Yeah, I've no idea if this one is Giblets. I don't think it's called Giblets. I think this one could be Gibbets Hill. It's certainly steep enough. But yes, massively graded, and yes it is. Yes it is. You alright, chaps? How you doing? How you doing? That's nice. It's alright. It's a bit of a struggle when you hit on the trickier ones.
Giving a big rumble coming up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that in the old days on there. Which way are you heading? Are you going down or up?
Probably going this way now, I think.
Yeah. Have you been out all day?
Yeah, only for a couple of hours or something, isn't it?
Yep. Are you all having fun though, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Soaking wet.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Alright, well chaps, you have fun? Nice to have a natter with some people. Yeah, it's doable so far. There was a bit just up here, possibly gone round it now, and that used to be almost impossible even on an enduro bike unless you were pretty skilled, but they've graded that out now, so it's all quite manageable. That's good news. Okay, so this one, and it is Gibbets or Giblets or Gibbets Hill. It seems so far to be one that you've got to be respectful on, but one that we should all be able to get up. Oh, it is a grotty day today, but it's still lovely to get out and play motorcycles. Don't know how well the camera can see the view down there, but that's the Devil's Punch Bowl. It's quite pretty, even on a murky day like this. Love seeing the mist sort of wandering through the trees there. Lovely job. Nothing we're really doing is tricky. Nothing we're really doing is tricky. This bike's taking it all in its stride, no problems at all. I know I've got like a Motors RAL Z on the back, which is like an 80% dirt tyre effectively in adventure bike status, but on the front I've got a Karoo 4 which is more of a 50-50. But yeah, most of this I'd be happy doing on a Karoo 4 on the rear as well. I think I'd struggle a bit on some of the clambers, like not the climbs, but where I've had to climb up a drop off and stuff, but actually the only time I've had to really do that on this run was because I've taken a wrong turn in. Yeah, I think for the group ride, I'd rather the weather's like this than snowing, because it does have a habit of settling, and I don't really and truly want to have to pick our way through lanes if it's got settled snow on them. Wow, that's quite steep. That is quite steep. Wow, definitely don't want to come down that too quickly. Oh yeah, that was on the rear brake with the ABS off, just before it locked up, and just holding it on that. And again, this one's quite steep as well, and this one's got wet leaves on it, so I'm using it a little bit of front as well here, and quite a lot of rear, but we're okay now. It's all got to a gentle gradient here, and then a little bit of a water crossing. We're going the right way for it to not be an issue. Nice, awesome. Okay, so that's that. Now this is the tricky bit. I'm actually going to get off here because I want to see this tricky bit, because this is tricky. If it's tricky. In the olden days on an enduro bike this was tough, but it's all a case of what grading they've done to it. I have come down here on the Aprilia before when it was in a bit of a sorry state, and I made it, but it was very slow and it was paddling with my feet. Here's okay, looking alright. It is stiff, sorry, it is steep. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, because I think it was from here where it started getting troublesome, and that looks alright. Okay, let's see what the grip's like on a motorbike. Well, the camera ran out at the exact opposite time that I wanted it to along there. Literally about halfway up or quarter way up, and because of how GoPro saves its files, I don't know if it's going to have got that one. Yeah, because I don't know how that's going to have been recorded. I had to go up the centre of that rut and paddle pretty much most of the way. The traction control on this is pretty good, so it stopped me needing to do much in the way of wheel spin, which is always good. Right, hopefully this isn't me getting myself stuck. Not too much of a bother there. We're going down it, so it's not too much of a problem. We're just gravity fed. But it's a case of how tricky it is, because I don't really want to have to climb up that last bit if this is wrong. All easy peasy so far. Just a leap of faith coming off that top drop off, which isn't actually too bad. Okay, so we're coming up to one of my toughest parts of this route, and it's a tough part for me. Some of you might not find it tough. It's sand. Now in the summer it's nearly always dry and fluffy. In the winter it'll be wet and a bit more compacted, so it could be a little bit easier, but for me it is a little bit of a nemesis, and if you've not done sand before, it's really good practice. The key is to go faster than you want to, apparently, but I've never had the balls. And I'm trying with my disabled traction control this time to see if that gives me a little bit better drive. Along here it's absolutely fine. It's just as we get further in, just as we get a little bit further in, it can be a bit horrible. But because it is so wet, it might be absolutely fine. because it becomes more like mud then. But I know I do not ride through this stuff fast enough to be able to do it well. But we will just go gently. It's chopping the throttle that's what hurts you on sand, because the front just digs in. That's about all I know about it. But absolutely fine, no problems at all there. And this is almost graded to a high pack. Yes. Well, my nemesis is now not my nemesis. I bet I don't say that in the summer though. So that's where it's all really wet down there, and it's getting a bit fluffier here, but it is still quite wet from all the rain. So I'm just going to plod through it, and hopefully life will be amazing. And it is seeming it so far. Nice. I bet I made a right mountain out of a molehill there, but sand does scare the crap out of me. But yes, no problems at all. Awesomes. Along here is affectionately known as the whoopee bits, and on an enduro bike you can have some fun along here, hoiking the front arm and maybe even the rear over some of these bits here. I'm not going to be doing that because I know this bike will slap me in the backside, so I'm just going to go through, just riding over them nice and gently. But as we get further along, we do get to quite a big water crossing, and I don't know the way through it currently, so I might have to get wet and wade through it before I take the bike through. But we will have a little look-ski. It was closed with a TRO on it, because it was too deep, and it's looking like it's possibly closed again. Let's see what they've said. Byway closed. Okay, yeah, so we can't go through here, so there's no point coming down this whoopee bit in the first place. So we'll turn around here. So when the water was deep in the past, people used to just hop up on the bridge here, but as you can see, the bridge has gone. The bridge is no more. I don't even know how safe it is to walk on it. But yeah, you'd be able to go across that way. And in the past, if you always stay on the left going that way and go round that tree there, you can normally get through. It's still quite deep. In the middle here, at the moment it's an unknown depth. I don't know how deep it will be, but yeah, definitely too deep for me to be attempting, especially by myself, but I wouldn't anyway because it's closed. But yes, oh, that's a shame. So now we've got to find a way around this lane and come up the other end, and it's stuff like this that makes coming over to this part of our this neck of the woods for a trail ride less and less value for money, if you know what I mean. Because yeah, if you've got to just go round all the byways, and there's less and less that we can get to on the bigger bikes. So yeah, I don't quite know the best plan of action here. Yeah, the more lanes you have to avoid through closures, the less there are to link you up, so you spend more and more time on the road. And the latter part of today we'll see us on the A3, which is absolutely terrible road to be playing motorcycles on. Yeah, not really adventure-y, and if it doesn't look like it's really suitable, then we'll just do a Surrey thing, which will be a bit shorter. But it's only shorter because we're doing less road stuff. Yes, we'll still do a reasonable amount of trails, it's just that they all link together a lot easier in the Surrey part of the world. It's this part of the ride, because we're technically heading back now, it's this part of the ride that dictates whether we bother coming down this far or not, really, because I doubt the water crossing there will be open, so we're definitely going to have to go around that lane, and there is a lot of road stuff to come. You can feel that front sliding on the sidewalls, sort of fighting the rut. It is feeling very slippery here. That could be a side effect of me not going quick enough, really. I'm not clearing the tread blocks on the tyres. Softly catchy monkey. Right, so that's the completed hind head stuff. Now we're back into the regular Surrey lanes that aren't here. and this one's a slimy one, but it's not particularly difficult, he says. Letting the bike run away from him. So yeah, that was about 35-40 minutes of road time between the last trail and this one. I think that's just a little bit too long. It's a little bit too far. And then there was a lot of road time to get down to the other end, to over to the other Hindhead way. And although there is some brilliant lanes to ride down there, they're just a long way. And I know we're on adventure bikes, so mile munching isn't a problem, but when you want to do a trail ride, you don't really want to be spending more than half of it on road. And we even had to go on the A3. So yeah, the route finding for that bit was not going to be difficult. It was one of the reasons I picked the route I did, was I was thinking of a drop-off system and making it easy for us to manage that, because obviously we don't want the navigating to be too technical for people, and I think the majority of that side of things would have been okay. Don't think the navigation side of things was going to be an issue, except for with me taking the wrong turnings. And I think if I had deleted my previous routes off my map app, then I would have... Get out of the way, you silly pheasant. Yeah, if I deleted the old routes off the map app, then I wouldn't have had... Come on, silly birds. Sorry, distracted by fluffy feathered things. But yeah, that would have made my life a little bit easier for this route, because I wouldn't have got confused by where I went the other day, which, although shared some of the same lanes, was actually a different route. I know I can give the guys a good spin around our regular lanes. It would have just been nice to go a little bit further afar and try the sands and the whoops and stuff, but with the whoops bit closed halfway down, it's no point going down and turning around and coming back. It's just pointless. I'm kind of thinking that it's probably going to be wise, given the time of year, just to keep it a local one, which is a shame. It's a shame. Maybe in the summer we'll do a bigger loop when we can make a bit more progress on the tarmac faster, just because of no wet leaves and stuff. Yeah, I think it's probably for the best. I like this route. Don't like the amount of road on it, but I do like this route. It is nice to get down to that part of the world. But yeah, I just got to think about the time of year it is, and how other people actually enjoy riding versus how I enjoy riding. Because I know I don't care about the grot particularly, and stopping and stuff. I don't really sort of mind not doing an awful lot of that either. I'm quite happy to pretty much march through the whole day without stopping, other than maybe a sip of water if we do something strenuous. But the only time we'll be doing anything strenuous is if anyone gets sort of stuck and we've got to help them get their bike unstuck. And the whole point of this being an ATV friendly ride is that we don't really put ourselves in a position where we get stuck. So yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yes. If you've got thoughts on this, what do you think? I spent most of today's ride sitting down. Yeah, I got all lazy on those bits, and now I'm paying the price. My backside is aching a bit. I should have stood up on the trails earlier on, and I'd be less fatigued now. But it has been a good few hours in the saddle. It has been a good few hours. I think I set off at about 11. I think. And it's around 3 o'clock now. No, 4 o'clock now. I love it through here, and I know it's all my old familiar haunts and stuff, so you've seen it time in, time out and stuff. But I think it's just really, really pretty. Because even if we did the long routes, there is still a bit of duplication when we get back up over here. So all we're actually really taking away is the sandy bit and a tricky bit which I'd forgotten about, to be honest. So that adds an awful lot of time on for not a lot of gain. It's definitely gain doing them, but it's not a lot. After I gave this bike a big old thorough scrub the other day, I feel like I'm being really mean to it today. But I didn't buy it to keep it clean. But I have decided I will try and keep it cleaner than I have been known to in the past. It just helps you see what's wrong with it, doesn't it, really? That oil leak that I had has made me realise that although that was a brand new thing, it hadn't been an issue for very long at all. It just means that if it's cleaner, you can see when things are wrong, can't you? A little bit easier. Oh, it's getting dark already, certainly in the trees. What's this bit going to be like then? This is the big deep bit that we get around here. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Doesn't look too bad, but I do remember there being something possibly in it last time I come through here. All good this time though, all good this time. Nice. I do like this sloppy stuff though. I think it's probably because it's what I've been brought up on with the trail riding. It's just my local stuff, isn't it? It's just what I'm used to. But this sort of slop is good. I think I said I was on a midweek ride today. I'm not. It's a Saturday. I've completely lost track of the time. I just had 2 weeks off work, so my brain is all a bit squiffy when it comes to the clock and date and stuff. But yeah. Oh, I'm not looking forward to going back to work though. I do love my job. I do love my job, but I also love just playing motorcycles all the time. But sadly we have to go to work to pay for it, don't we? There's not really much more to go. The last couple of lanes after this one are very easy, and you've seen them a million times. Well, you've seen this one pretty much a million times too. But this one is nice and splooshy. The big walk cross is gone from here, but it's still getting a little bit messed up around here now. Well, I guess we are still on the more prettier of the lanes, rather than the more boring ones in a minute. I guess we called this one, don't we? Yeah, please let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. Should I do the big one and have sort of 40 minutes of road time just in one of the stints of road time between hitting another trail, or should I chop it down? I think I'm pretty set in what I want to do. Just wondering what would be your thoughts. I mean, obviously the way I edit my videos and the way I record them, I don't record any of the road stuff particularly. You don't see how crap that is really. So I guess maybe your decision, your choice is not necessarily going to be knowing the full story. Alright, so I guess that's about it. Yes, let me know your thoughts below on all that sort of stuff. And if you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a big old thumbs up. And if you didn't, you can always give it a little thumbs down. But like I say, please drop down a comment below. Anyway, you ride safe, take care, and we shall catch you all in the next one. Weekly content plus the odd short. Alright, take care guys, bye!
Keep that rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.